Here from the 410 Bridge. It's Tuesday, April 21st, and this is our weekly update on COVID-19 relief efforts for 410 Bridge, specifically in Guatemala. A lot has happened over the last week, and I'll give you an update on specifically the food distribution. But there currently this week have been 289 reported cases of COVID-19 in Guatemala. Majority of those are still in the urban environments of Guatemala City primarily, though they are moving more and more out into the rural areas. We have now 52 confirmed cases out west. That would be near our Wayway communities, though there are no cases reported in any of our communities specifically. All of our communities continue to be locked down under the countrywide restrictions. So those restrictions actually have been softened a bit over the last week. The Guatemalan government used to have a curfew from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. They've now released that or softened that to 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. It's only a couple hours, but it makes a big difference for the people. So the curfew is now 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. You can also begin to travel now between departments in Guatemala, provided those departments are in your region. So the western region, people can travel between departments in the west region. The central region, that's Guatemala City, is still locked down, and you can't come in and out of that region. But within the other regions around the country, you can do interdepartmental travel. So that's good. Other than that, pretty much it's the same. If you're over 60 in Guatemala, you need to stay home. You can't go to the supermarket. People need to take care of you. Supermarkets, gas stations, banks, and so forth are open, but everything else is pretty much locked down, as I said last week. Religious activities prohibited, no sports or cultural events, and so forth. Malls are closed. The country is pretty much locked down. Over the last week, our staff has done a great job in trying to get the first phase of our food distribution, our food kits, to the 414 households. And as of today, all of those 414 households have received their food kits out west in the Wayway communities. Rancho Viejo and El Pajal were able to get to Felix's house and pick up their food kits and to distribute them in their communities. And then Felix had to travel and transport the food kits to the other communities, but was stopped at one of the municipalities' borders. And so the leaders came from those other communities to pick up the food and then distributed it to the vulnerable families in their communities. So out west, all of the food kits have been distributed. And also the same is true for San Martin, so that's good. A total of 414 people or families have been impacted through that. So thank you for your generosity for that. We are in Guatemala a little bit unclear as to where this is headed, so our staff is keeping an eye on vulnerable families through the leaders, through the local leadership council and churches to determine if there's another phase. Probably will be of food distribution, as this thing probably gets a little bit worse before it gets better, but we're just all guessing. So thanks to everybody who has come to our COVID-19 relief page and donated for the food kits and the sanitation kits, the hygiene kits. We're going to continue to keep an eye on that. I'll keep you posted over the next week or two as to further needs for that. So thanks for your prayers. Thanks for your words of encouragement. Thanks for the social media posts. Big encouragement to our staff. Keep those coming. We're grateful that you're all a part of the 410 Bridge family. And I'll be back next week with another update. Thanks so much.